accountability is what we talk about. And that's when we get around the whole group and we have fun activities and events. That's what we do.
Keeps you accountable.
We may laugh, but we always talking about something that's gonna empower us.
Y'all ready?
Ready? It's recording?
Yeah, it's already recording.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna edit it and all that.
Okay.
But usually how we just start out kind of like just looking down, then like 3 seconds. That'll give me time to
Keep
cut.
it right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Ready?
You ready now?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we waiting on Nelson ass. Shit.
Oh, he's still there?
Yeah, he's still doing something. So and then once we count to 3, then
Okay,
everybody
count
look up.
to 3. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Good evening. The Village Speaks podcast, a new edutainment, edgy. Today we're gonna talk about health and wellness, something that's near and dear to our heart. J. Rashad Thomas, homeownership ambassador, my beautiful co-host.
Dion, the plug queen.
Say it again.
Dion, the plug queen.
There we go. And Nelson Adamo, Mr. Take a Hike. And we're gonna jump right into it. Just to let you know, we're gonna talk about love life. We're gonna talk about health and wellness. We're gonna talk about everything that matters to us under the sun. We're gonna talk about financial decisions. We're gonna talk about everything. We're just tired of hearing entertainment without any substance. So that's why we created EDUtainment. And let my co-host Dion, the plug queen, introduce herself. Tell everyone why should you be listening to her? Take it away, Dion.
Okay, so I'm a real estate broker in the state of Florida, and I'm an investor here in Texas. And upon coming here, I wanted to get out and network and mingle with a lot of people who are in my field. I met up with Rashad here. We had a lot of the same values and views, so we decided to come up with this podcast so that we could really bring, like he said, entertainment along with education, so it's not without substance, So today, we're talking to...
My name is Nelson Adamo, aka Mr. Take a Hike.
Mr. Take a Hike.
The creator and founder of the Down South Hikers here in the southwest region of Dallas here. And I just want to say thank you guys for having me today.
Absolutely.
This is an important topic because this is what's going to help us all be better in what we do in our everyday lives.
Most definitely. And we just have a series of questions that we want to ask Mr. Take a Hike, just so our followers can understand how important health and wellness is. I think Steve Jobs said, your wealth is your health.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the greatest quotes from someone who had unlimited amounts of money, but his health took a decline. So let's just jump right into it. Do you want to take the first question?
Yeah, I'll take the first question. So, Mr. Take a Hike, can you give us an idea of what your diet consists of?
Great question. Everybody, it's important for you to, find that diet for you. My diet intakes, the first thing I do when I get up early in the morning, I at least drink 2 or 3 glasses of water. It kind of helps boost my immune system.
Most definitely.
It gets it going, and then I also, I get a cup of mug, a hot mug, and I make sure I add lemon, a cap full of apple cider vinegar.
Is that the concoction you were talking about?
That's the concoction
Okay.
that I talk about because I take it in the mindset if you like tea or if you like coffee, I replaced that for coffee. I never was a coffee lover, but I had to find something to wake me up, and it really helps me with lemon. You got a cap full of apple cider vinegar, a little
I hope y'all writing that down,
a sprinkle of turmeric, and then you have your local honey and lemon. So local honey is very important.
Most definitely.
Everybody knows about the bees, carriers, and pollen in the area that you're in and location. So that's very important for you, your lymph nodes and inflammation. And that's what.
And so you do that every day?
I do that. Now I used to do it every day until I kind of got fit, but I make sure I do it every other day That's important to me when I wake up. But the 3 glasses of water, that's the most important thing if you can't get to those other concoctions.
Most definitely, most definitely. And so another question that I've been wondering, how has hiking changed your life?
Hiking is
Because a lot of people don't understand, or a lot of people think that hiking is not a black thing. But tell us about hiking and how it changed your life.
yes. I'm glad you brought up the black thing because a lot of minorities, Hispanics, males, we deal with high blood pressure. It's just constant things that I hear that some of my uncles and some of my elder people always were going through. Now, my father is he had 2 prostate procedures. My grandfather, he has a heart pacemaker. So just those 2 men are still living today. They always told me, Nelson, walk. So just the experiencing being in a relationship, my previous relationship, I found myself stressed out. And the most important thing, people deal with stress and they hold on to it. So
So hiking per se would be your stress reliever. Is that what you're saying?
yes, hiking was my stress reliever. It helped me deal with a lot of just taking away prayer time, me time.
Most definitely.
And like I said, it's important to relieve things and the energy level that it gives you,
Wow.
and your fatigue level when you finish.
Most
You
definitely.
don't have time to continue to let things weigh on you.
Most definitely.
So it's a stress reliever. That's my medicine. It's like to venture out in nature.
And just to let our followers know, I heard that we had a newcomer to the trail. So maybe we can have a testimony to see if what Mr. Take a Hike is it really accurate. The Queen Plug, tell us about your first experience hiking.
Yes.
Please tell us.
So my first time was yesterday,
Most
and
definitely.
it was really good. I mean, I expected to get a workout, but not like this. This trail in particular was really challenging mentally, so you kind of felt like you were going through drills, like maybe a ladder or on the Stairmaster. Like it was pretty intense. Depending on the trail you take, I mean, it can take you for 2 miles or 4 miles, and you don't really feel it. Not to the end, but you don't really feel it as you're going. It helps you stay mentally focused. But the view and being outside with nature really makes you calm and at peace and one with yourself. So kind of what Mr. Take a Hike was saying. But I agree. I think this is something all nationalities should take time and be outdoors and really be one with nature.
Most definitely. And my personal testimony for hiking, I got the call, and I don't know about your first initial perception of hiking. I said, black people don't do this. That was my first mentality.
That's terrible.
But to Nelson, Mr. Take a Hike's credit, he said, just come. I was working out, running on concrete, definitely bad for my hips, bad for my knees, all of that. And so the first time I went out there, I said, wow, okay, this is different. It felt like a video game. It felt like a video game that you were the star of. And, true.
That's a good analogy.
Most definitely, it felt like I was on a video game. So from that point on, I was hooked. Fast forward to at least 30 pounds down. We haven't even really weighed, because it's really more of a lifestyle. This is not, I'm trying to get to a desired weight. This is a new lifestyle. We call it the hike life.
Hike life.
Hashtag hike life from Mr. Take It Hike himself. And that transitions to our next question. What inspired you to begin hiking?
What really inspired me is the results since I started in 2012 is when I personally started.
So you've been hiking since 2012?
I've been hiking since 2012, and just the impact on your life as a friend. I want to just say thank you for just taking that opportunity, because just the impact on your life and the results.
Most definitely.
And from there, just the content that we've been getting back from other people, giving to people, and they've been seeing the results on us and making us more happy. It's like it's a natural thing. And it went from 2 to 5 people. Now we have like a team of 50.
Most
That's
definitely.
crazy.
Most
And
definitely.
so, and everything, you know, and we train, we coaching, but we're motivating. You know, it's not, like you said, it's not a goal. This is a lifestyle now. And I think that's the most important thing. And that's what inspires me when I see the happiness on friends and family. They want to go hiking and they always ask me questions because they see the results and they see you as a different person. And that's what's going to build up your self-esteem and everything else.
Most definitely.
So you
most
feel like
definitely.
it's transformative?
Yeah, it's
personally.
yeah, it transformed me and it helped me find me. You know, I think that's the most important thing. And like y'all said, you just gave a testimony and a testimony the first time out there.
Most
And he didn't tell the truth, but like I was trying to call him. Listen, his first time I was trying to call him, he woke up from a nap. And I'm pretty sure my first week, my first month, you actually feel your whole entire body is what you were saying. From head to toe. So I think the most important thing, guys, what's gonna inspire you is actually just getting out there.
Yeah.
First and foremost. You know, giving it a try.
Most definitely.
You
Most
don't know
definitely.
until you get out there.
Most definitely. And also, let's go into our next question. Why do you think it's so difficult for people to lose weight? Because we all know if you take in, if you burn more calories than you take in, then you lose weight. But again, it's not happening. You know, I think maybe the number said 2/3 of all Americans are obese. So why do you feel that losing weight is so hard?
Just like you gave a percentage about obesity, it's very true because the way we all Americans, the way we live our lives with time and we put our wealth before our health. So
bring that back. Hold on, bring that back. Bring that back.
I think like I said, the change now, the 2.3 Americans today is obese, which is true. So, the last 10, 20 years, the generation has changed. So most people been, back in the day, they taught us to put, your health, put your wealth before your health. And that's the opposite. When you ask me, that's what changed in my career. I started putting time. Time is a very big consuming thing. So when you work 40 hours a week, Monday through Friday, it's hard to get that. So from the ages of 25 through 35, we all have kids.
Most definitely.
And that's another important thing. So some of them that don't have kids, but they still put too much time in. You have to be dedicated to make that time and effort.
So pretty much the investment for losing weight is just not there. A lot of people talking about it.
Prioritize.
Prioritize.
Prioritize your time to make that time.
So what are you doing personally to prioritize your health and your wellness? Versus what you may have been doing in the past. What changes have you made?
Just really making an effort before I wake up.
Okay, so preparation.
It's going back and back to the question when you was like you were asking how you're gonna optimize your time to in order to get there. And nowadays, people are not putting that first.
Okay.
People want to go kick it. It's important if you got somebody you're dating. Why have not a Saturday night date at the gym or have a Saturday morning? Let's go hiking. When you go on vacation, instead of going to the inside gym, find a place. Every place in America has a place where you can walk and go hiking. That's something I discovered.
Yeah.
So it's just about making the time what you want to do.
Most definitely. If you're serious.
If you're serious about it.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
So basically, are you saying people who don't lose weight, it's because they're not really serious about it?
They're not really serious about themselves.
In general.
Yeah, love yourself. Everybody said find a way to love yourself. And health is loving yourself now. If you want to continue to live, you got money, to continue to see that money and the blessing, or even find out what's going on with you, promise, take a hike. Your body will tell you.
That's
funny.
Your body will tell you.
And now that you mentioned that, can you tell us the background story of how you got your name, Mr. Take a Hike?
That's a good question. I didn't even, I didn't know the question was coming up, but naturally, I got the question by, like I said, my previous relationship, my ex-wife, not put on blast or anything like that, but I was told to, get out, do my thing. You can get on, But that I was like, you could take a hike. When I heard her say, you know, you need to take a hike or something, you know, when I wasn't frustrated, or I think I got frustrated a little bit time towards our divorce, but she told me to take a hike. And then since that day, I didn't look back. It was more so that was my stress reliever.
Wow. Okay.
When I was thinking about going through, you know, depression stage, a lot of men go through depression and you lose your family or lose money or something like that. But I had to get on my knees and pray. That's the first one, you know, mental. So when I prayed out there, and I used to go self-walk, I prayed out there, and I just said, hey, I'm Mr. Take a Hike. You hear me? And so that name stuck with me.
So it went from a negative to a positive, and now it has springboarded the whole situation with the movement of the hike life and everything.
I'm gonna take a hike. If I got any problems in my mind and my, you know, anything in my life, I'm gonna just go take a hike. So you hollered at Mr. Take a Hike, and thank you guys.
Most definitely. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing.
I think that really ties into what you were saying before about when we were saying, why is it hard for people to lose weight? Not only the diet, not only the exercise, but that mental component has to be there too, I think, in order for you to ever see results. Would you agree with that, or not?
I do agree. I agree with every aspect because everybody has a different experience. How they want to get there, how they don't want to get there. So I feel that, you know, you as a person, like I said, you gotta look at yourself in the mirror first and say, this is what I want to accomplish. Right. Like you said, I lost 20 pounds probably in 2 years. It took a long time. Yeah. But the consistency.
Most definitely.
The consistency has to say, this is what I want. Instead of rather for a doctor tell you, right, let my body tell me.
Most definitely. You know, and I heard you had about a couple of 6-packs up under that shirt. That's a result of hard work and dedication. And we just want to show our listeners, even if you don't believe Mr. Take a Hike, he has the results to back it up. So if you could just show him a little, don't.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, because this is something
that's your reward.
That's something I look at myself in the mirror because you're using your core at everything you do in life. So just keep those muscles tight, and maybe one day you can.
Woo! Don't hurt nobody. But we had to show that Mr. Take a Hike is serious. Yeah. He has real gains. He's been living a consistent life. And on that note, let's talk about consistency. Consistency, to me, is probably the most important aspect of weight loss because you can have the will and you can start, but if you're not consistent, then you won't get the results that you desire. So maybe touch on that for maybe a quick bit, because I believe personally consistency is just the tremendous way to win, especially on a weight loss journey.
Yeah, and consistency is the time when you said how you're gonna optimize your time to in order to achieve that goal. But like I said, we're not achieving goals; we're making lifestyle changes. So what that is like try every other day, you guys. I mean, 30 minutes when you wake up. Let's go back to that time. You gotta find time like. I have this 8-minute ab workout. Look at it, YouTube. 8-minute ab workout.
Who doesn't have 8 minutes, y'all?
8 minutes. 8 minutes, you guys. And that entitles to 30 minutes because you got to wake up, drink water, get yourself together, wake up. But you got push-ups. Ladies like to do squats, you know, and not just only that, you got burpees, which they call up-downs. You know, do those little exercises before you get your day started. Drink that water, drink that tea, or drink that lemon water. If you do these things dedicated every day, I promise you, you're gonna let your immune system know that hey, you're not playing, and it's gonna take a pushback, and you're gonna see that results in it. And if you have that fight in you, in anything in life, I promise you, you're gonna guarantee to see results, and you're gonna keep it on a daily, or you're gonna keep it on an every other day, you know, transaction, and that's when you're gonna see your body transform into the way you want it.
Most definitely. And I believe we're getting ready to wrap up. I just want to thank you for coming on our podcast.
Thank you for being
here. I want to thank y'all for actually having me for the first podcast because the first podcast is, I think, the most important thing. These are realtors. Just wanted to say, hey, these are my friends. They're very communicative, and they just want to make sure that health and wealth is important. Actually, you know, if you guys need a home or say you have any questions about lifestyle, this is my accountability partner, friend, in all things. I want to thank you guys for having me on this podcast for your first podcast. Because health is important.
Most definitely.
And anything else y'all touch base, I'm willing to bring my self-entrepreneur information here. We can do some things.
Most
We'd love to have you back.
And just to piggyback off of what Nelson said, as you can see behind us, this beautiful home that we are in, it's a First Texas new construction build out here in Forney, Texas. And so we're giving you a beautiful ambiance plus a lot of education. And we're going to leave you with a couple of parting sayings. Something, if you didn't pay attention to anything that we said today, or you just joined this podcast, Nelson, give us something that they can take with them on their weight loss journey that you would recommend, so that keeps them mentally focused. Just give us one last saying that that could benefit our followers.
You can benefit off this is because this is our community team here in the Southwest region, and as you know, Down South Hikers. That's what we are. That's who we are. Our slogan is something that me and Mr. Making Moves came up with. It took us probably about 48 hours to come up with it. But nature is the perfect balance to a healthy lifestyle.
Mm.
And what I mean is, the word
hiking.
hiking.
Hold on, Nelson. Give them a chance. Yeah, give them a chance to write this down, because if they were not paying attention, they need to understand what you're getting ready to say. Yeah. So break it down and slow it down for them.
Hey, Down South Hikers. Nature is a perfect balance to a healthy lifestyle.
I like that.
That really means that, getting out there, every exercise that you do in the gym or whatever, God woke you up this morning, right? You got to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
So understand that, being out in nature is the perfect balance to a healthy lifestyle, and I think that's the most important thing that's going right now, because it'll help you in every aspect of your life, and it'll help you with your confidence, helps you, with your health, and not just only that, it'll get you where to your goals or whatever you want to accomplish. So getting outside is the most important thing. Just like Michelle Obama, she was placed 60. She really got big on reaching out to the kids, the young youth, and letting them know to get outside, because you can get yourself away from the social media and get yourself away from the TV screens and help your kids. Take your kids hiking. That's the most important thing. So nature is the perfect balance. The hiking is our movement. That's our slogan. Please don't take it, but take it down. But if y'all want to get out there with us, please reach us. We have an IG. We have an IG at Down South Hikers IG, or you can hit myself at Mr. Nelson 01. That's Mr. Nelson 01. DM me. We're gonna get with you. And like I said, training is in the works right now to help those get to where they want to be. And first you gotta love God and love yourself, and then holler.
Awesome. Beautiful. And Dion, the Queen Plug, give our followers something that they can take away from this health and wellness, because you're on a personal journey as well. So give the people something that they need, because we just love what you're doing. So give our followers a parting saying or something that they can feel close to you and feel a part of you.
And especially since it's been your first time. I didn't get a chance to run with you, but at the end of the day, you've been out there.
Yeah.
And just the energetic that, just meeting me for the first time, and say, hey, I think you got it. I think you want it. And you got a great friend that got you going.
Yeah.
And I just want to hear your first thing, what you want to say, because it's important to give these people your first experience.
Okay, so I'm gonna have a quote that says, "Sexy is the one you guys said," but
bring it back. Hold on, tell them again.
Tell me again.
Because I don't think I've heard that one. I've heard a lot of it, but
finish what you said.
I don't think I have a quote that says "sexy" is what they came with.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But I can say, like, as an overall theme of what we've been talking about, I feel like that mental portion has to be there. So yes, being out in nature gives you that opportunity to be alone with yourself mentally. I was in Rashad's company, so we kind of stopped and talked. But if I was out there by myself, it would be time alone and complete silence, you know, to really reflect. So I can say I am on my fitness journey, as he said, and I have many different ways that I work out, but I would absolutely add this to my workout routine because of the mental calm you get along with the challenge. It's a really diverse experience, but I would recommend it.
That's good. Most definitely. And what I want to leave you with is more about progression. My whole goal every year or every day is to get better 1%. And my reasoning for that is if I get better 365% every year, then I can't lose. And that's part of my weight loss journey. Because like I said, I really didn't say I'm gonna lose this amount of weight. It was just, I'm gonna do things different. Not eat red meat, different things that people have told you that high blood pressure is hereditary, all those different things. It's not true. It's just about the things that you do in private gives you your results in public. So I just want to leave you with that because we have to do better, especially from even employers understand how important your health and wellness is. They even have gyms inside of their work facilities now. So there are no excuses because if you work more diligent and you feel better, then you can produce more. So the Village Speaks. This is our first initial podcast.
Yes.
We're off and running. It's been a long time coming, but we're providing edutainment as well as just somewhere where you can come and learn what you need to do as a person of color and get better. But we don't exclude anyone. So thank you again, Mr. Take a Hike.
Thank you guys for having me.
Definitely. And we'll see you.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Most definitely. Yeah. Give them some love. Give them some love.
Thanks so much for tuning in to our podcast. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye. All right, that wasn't so bad.